Hey everybody, it is Tuesdays with Alvin once more. Today we have some super exciting new products, all airing from Italy. We also have some exciting inks to show off today, some things that are going to be limited edition to our store, and a special treat for the holiday season. So definitely stay tuned as we show off some amazing pens, including a piece that retails at almost $5,000. What's up, everybody? How we all doing? Unknown Walkdown, how's it going? All right, let's go ahead and get started, folks. Let me switch my camera here. Tilt my camera down a little bit. Awesome. So, the very first thing that we have to show off today are 4 pens here from Pineider. This is a brand new iteration of the Pineider avatar. They call this one the Peniter Twin Tank Touchdown, which is a completely redesigned avatar that features a modernized vacuum filling mechanism. So we have 4 separate colorways here. Let's go ahead and show off the demonstrator. What you have is a full ultra resin barrel and cap. Ultra resin is a proprietary material that is done in-house by Pineider that is known for being an incredibly robust plastic. They actually have videos that you guys can find on YouTube of Pineider testing the durability of these pens by throwing them out of windows, running them over with pickup trucks, all sorts of crazy situations that your pen might run into. Hopefully not, but this would be a pen that could stand up to an everyday beatdown. So what you have is a magnetic slip cap. You can see the magnet right there. So it's actually a shrouded magnet that helps protect the magnet from corrosion, but also gives it that kind of soft touch and closure. And if it spins around, doesn't matter, it's not going to scratch up any of the components. Underneath, we have a stainless steel number 6 nib from Pineider, available in all the nib sizes, extra fine all the way to broad. And then here is the magic behind the piston mechanism. So unlike most vacuum fillers where you have to twist the vacuum mechanism completely undone to get it going, this is actually a bayonet style spring-loaded action. So if we see that there, you have the lock and then unlock there. So all you have to do is twist and it unlocks. And you can do that in any orientation, so you don't have to line up the icons. It will work in pretty much any orientation. And then the reason that they call this the Twin Tank Touchdown is there is actually 2 reservoirs in this pen. So if we unscrew the grip section, this right here is the first reservoir. You can see it's actually really tiny. Holds just about 0.1 or 0.2 milliliters of ink, very small. But what that allows you to do is fill this up with ink. When we open up this valve, that ink is going to fall into that primary reservoir, and then you can close it back up, sealing the rest of the mechanism. So when you have ink right there, it'll let you write at least a couple pages without drying out, and then you can just open it up again and then close it again to continue writing. Some of the tips and tricks that Pineider has given us for this pen is you can actually just, once you've run dry on this primary refill, you can actually give it a couple pumps like this to encourage more ink to saturate the feed. That way you get a longer writing experience. Of course, if you do want to write for multiple pages, you know, maybe a full class of notes or a full meeting of notes, you can actually just leave it in that upright position and it'll just continue to flow until it runs out. Really great action on the vacuum there. Super easy. Really, really reliable. And just a great design. It's really amazing to see a improvement on that vacuum mechanism. It's something that we really haven't seen in a long time. Even though vacuum fillers are becoming a lot more popular in the industry, this is the first time that I've actually seen an update in the vacuum filling design. So huge shout out to Pineider for making that happen. And like Brendan said in the chat, this is retailing for $198.40. $198.40. So here's the clear version. Let's go ahead and show off the other ones. This one is the red. So we have that devil red from the standard Pineider avatar model. They use the same resin on the bayonet mechanism, and then they use a demonstrator red tinted barrel. Do we have one of these inked up?
Actually, we do. Somewhere.
Drakasha, that's a great question. I'm gonna grab an inked one up in just a moment for you, okay? They're great smooth writers though. It's a number 6 stainless steel nib, so it's gonna be a stiff nib, but it'll still give you a smooth writing experience. Andre GG, the cheapest plunger pen that we sell is the Nahvalur Narwhal Original Plus. If you go on our website, you should be able to find it by looking up Nahvalur Original Plus or under their previous brand name, Narwhal. That one goes for about $55. I'm not going to be filling any of these up since they're all live inventory, but Drakasha, it's really simple. Basically what you do is you unlock this mechanism right here. You can see it's in the locked position. Now it's unlocked. Pull that all the way up, and then you would dip this into a bottle of ink. So that entire nib is going to go into a bottle of ink, and then you're going to just push down. When you're pushing down, what's happening is you're creating a vacuum on the inside of the chamber. And then when you get to the very end, you release that vacuum, and all of that vacuum gets replaced. So, you know, right now it's just sucking air back up, but if this was dipped into a bottle of ink, it would fully fill up just like magic. We do not repair fountain pens, unfortunately. Yep, here we have one that's filled up, and I can go ahead and demonstrate that twin tank mechanism. So when this is opened up, you can see that there's no ink, and then you just let it pour down, and now ink is going to fill up that main reservoir, and then we can close it back up. So now it is fully primed and ready to write with. And whenever it runs empty, we just open it up and close it again. Super, super simple. Let's go ahead and try it out. So once again, this is a stainless steel nib, so it's not gonna have any flexibility or anything like that, but still a really smooth, really satisfying writing experience. Yep, really, really smooth. Has a nice kind of drag to it. It's not feedbacky, like I'm not feeling any scratchiness, just a little bit of drag, which really helps me get a lot of control. Looking to buy my first non-TWSBI pen. I have 2 ecos and a precision. What do you recommend? Fantasy Literati, what price point did you have in mind? We can definitely help you out in the chat here. And Cali Bitter, there's a lot of great pens from Pilot in the $200 price point. That's really a big step up from a lot of entry-level pens. Yeah, like Brendan said, the Lamy 2000 would be a great option. The Vanishing Point if you need a good workhorse pen, or even something like the Pilot Custom 74. If you're willing to spend a little bit more money, then maybe something like a Pilot Custom 912 could be really great too. Fantasy, those are all great choices for you too then. But sweet. Yep, this is the Peniter Twin Tank Touchdown, available right now on atlasstationers.com. for $198.40. It's a really great price point for a vacuum mechanism of this quality. Sweet. Real quick, I'll just go through those other colorways again since I didn't finish. There's the red. Here's the blue. and the green. Awesome. If you guys have any questions about these, definitely let me know in the chat. Me and Brendan will do our best at answering all those. But for now, we'll go ahead and get on to the next one. Oh yeah, Bradley. And they keep going up and up and up. All right, next up, before our big pen. Yeah, Bradley, you know, it's how we keep the lights on here at Atlas. We've been seeing that since the pandemic, especially, the fountain pen hobby has made quite a big resurgence, but I don't think they've really ever fallen out of popularity when it comes to hobbyists and enthusiasts. So next up, I have another release from Pineider. This may look very, very similar to what I was just showing off, but there are some key differences. This is the Pineider Avatar Demo Black. So this is 4 new colorways of the Pineider Avatar Demo series. What you have with this is all black appointments. Bradley, that's right, fountain pens. All black appointments, so you have that black quill-shaped clip that's spring-loaded. Super great movement on that, so not going to worry about the clip stretching itself out or potentially breaking. You have on the band here the skyline of Naples, Italy, or of Florence, Italy, my bad. This is the skyline of Florence, Italy, which is where Pineider is made. And then underneath we have the black metal grip section and the all black stainless steel coated nib. So this isn't anodized, it is a coating that is done on top of the nib. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing as that steel nib, just coated. It's the same stamping and everything. And then unlike that Twin Tank Touchdown, this is a standard avatar. So what you get is the standard international cartridge converter. Comes included with the pen that allows you to fill from a bottle of ink, but you can also use standard international cartridges. Brandon, thanks for the support, man. Squatch Trek, thanks for the fire. Helps out a lot. So some other things about the Pineiders that I want to bring attention to. So that's going to be the Twin Tank Touchdown or the standard Pineider Avatar. This is a fully glueless design. So every single appointment, there is no glue whatsoever binding anything together. It's all hardware connected together like puzzle pieces according to Pineider. So you get a much more reliable pen for longevity's sake by not having to worry about glue coming undone over the years. So as we can see, that end finial there is actually screwed in. So unlike a lot of end finials that are just bound by glue, this one's actually screwed down, so it's going to stay on there forever. Even this little ring right here is not bound by glue at all. It's just friction fit to a very high degree. No glue in the all metal grip section here. No glue anywhere else in there. And no glue on the cap. So this band is not bound by glue. The ring there for the magnet closure is not bound in glue. The clip, no glue anywhere. So it's a really great design for that reason. Snow Shaper 94, it is entirely made out of resin, but it is not a standard plastic. This is an in-house material that Pineider likes to call ultra resin. It's a proprietary material that they developed to be incredibly resistant to heat, incredibly resistant to shock damage, cracks, any sort of damage that could happen like that. It's UV resistant. So this pen is incredibly robust. There's actually videos that you can find on YouTube where Pineider tests the ultra resin by throwing the pen out of windows and running them over with cars and stuff like that. So it is a truly robust material. And this one here, the Pineider Avatar Demo Black, in any of these 4 colorways, goes for $190.40. What are you doing with a pen that you need all that? Writing with a pen every single day for the rest of your life. You know, if you could keep one pen on you for the rest of your life, you can save a lot of plastic from that environment. So it's a great deal to be able to have a collection of pens, or even just one fountain pen that can stay with you for your whole life. So here are the other colorways that have come out for the holiday season. We have yellow here, again, all black. Appointments. Fantasy, this is a cartridge converter. Here is the green, which you can see is the same green that they use on the Twin Tank Touchdown, which is pretty cool. And then we have the full smoke finish. Squatch Trek, yep, it's a magnetic cap closure. So it's a pretty tight cap as well. You know, it will come undone, but it takes a bit of a tug, so I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna come undone on its own there. Have to be pretty purposeful with taking that clip off, or that cap. Lone Star, yeah, man. I got the Twin Tank Touchdown right here. It's the same exact nib as the Avatar, just has a different filling mechanism. I just showed this off. If you missed that, let's go ahead and do another writing sample with it. Let's see, there we go. Pretty satisfying to write with. Really reliable stainless steel nib. Pineider does a great job with all their nibs. Sweet. All right. Are y'all ready for the big $5,000 pen? I think I'm gonna have to try to back up this camera a little bit to show off the whole thing. Sweet. All right, next up, we have an incredibly special pen. This is the Visconti Tutankhamun. I totally mispronounced that. It's the Visconti King Tut. So, if you guys are unfamiliar, in 1922, a British archaeologist uncovered the burial site of King Tut, and his existence before 1922 was actually completely unknown because King Tut came into power. He wasn't even 10 years old yet. He was just a child, and he ruled for about 10 years, and then all history of him was attempted to be erased by the ancient Egyptian Empire. And it wasn't until 1922 that his burial tomb was uncovered and the history of his reign was unveiled. So to commemorate the 100th year anniversary of that unveiling, Visconti has done a very special 100-piece limited edition pen. So let's go ahead and break this pen down. What we have is a full acrylic ivory body. So underneath all of these metal components here is full acrylic that has a scrimshawed hieroglyphic design. Tron, all of these pens are absolutely meant to sell, so yes, I would sell it. So a really beautiful part of this pen to really spend some time looking at here are the hieroglyphics that are inscribed in the acrylic using that scrimshaw technique. If you guys are unfamiliar with scrimshaw, basically they use hard point or like needle point engraving tools to chip into the resin. Once it's all chipped in, then they fill it with different colors, so we can see all of the black outlines, all of the different colors here. That's all filled with enamel after it is entirely engraved. So every single one is painstakingly finished. So they're all going to be a little bit unique as well, although the level of quality and consistency is definitely there. And then what we have for all the metal appointments, all the metal is actually 925 sterling silver with a vermeil treatment. If you guys are unfamiliar, vermeil is specifically when 925 sterling silver is plated with gold. So it is a gold plating over silver. So they're still only using precious, forever lasting materials. And then all of the coloring that you guys see on that is a soft enamel. So a soft enamel is basically a type of epoxy that they can mix together and create all of these high polish, very vibrant colors. And it's relatively easy to apply compared to something like a hard enamel, which requires firing in a kiln. So we can see the Visconti insignia on the clip has that resin treatment on both sides, of course. You have full resin all the way around the crown and these stripes. All of these stripes are meant to represent the necklaces and kind of collar jewelry that King Tut was found with. So these are representation of all of that jewelry that was found on his body. And then all of the blue bands on top here are actually to represent the cloth that was used on his crown. That specific color on a crown was meant to represent the nobility and royal status of King Tut. So they've applied all of that to the crown-shaped finial as an homage to that piece there. Yeah, I definitely won't be writing with this guy. The first person that's going to ink it up is going to be the person that bought it. Some other appointments that I'd really love to point out here is a entirely hand-carved cobra that is on every single piece. So all of those cobras are engraved from that solid piece of sterling silver. You can see there the eyes are filled with a little bit of that red enamel. Really creates that striking look. And then I just love that sort of herringbone pattern that is on the bottom finial here. Really gorgeous. I love that slight sagey green. And then underneath, this is a screw cap. Really hefty cap. You can see it's quite large compared to the pen itself. And then you have Visconti's in-house made 18 karat solid gold nib with the fleur-de-lis style flourishes. And then this is a power filling mechanism, so you can see that front reservoir right there. And then twist this all the way back, and you have that piston mechanism, just like the Pineider that I showed off. Interesting, these two pens actually have identical filling mechanisms. Not surprising since both of them were designed by Dante Del Vecchio. But an incredible technology. It really makes sense to kind of expand that technology into Pineider since it is so reliable. The Visconti King Tut we have at special pricing right now at atlasstationers.com. So you can pick this up today if you guys are seriously interested for $3,836. So that's $3,836. That's down from the retail price of about $4,800 for this pen. And then let's go ahead and point out real quick the numbering. So there's 100 units worldwide. We're very lucky to have just one in the shop here, and we have number 5. I actually think we have 2 of these, but we have number 5 right here. So a great low number for this incredibly rare set. And that's not all. So you guys have seen the pen. I'm going to set this down for just a moment to show off the box that it comes in, or the display rather. So this pen, like the limited edition Viscontis, does come with a display storage piece, which we have right here. It's definitely too big, so I'm gonna pull my camera off of its mount real quick to show this off. Look at that. So what we have is a full recreation of King Tut's sarcophagus. Let's really look at all the details here. An incredible job by Visconti. This is a faithful recreation of King Tut's sarcophagus, featuring a full acrylic windowed piece that does open up. Let's see if I can get that open here. There we go. So that opens up, and you have this beautiful velvet inside that holds the pen itself with the Visconti logo burnished in gold there. Look at that. So this is the full Visconti King Tut limited edition that you can find right now on atlasstationers.com. Amazing, huh? Squatch Trek, absolutely a piece of art, without a doubt. All right, I got some other things to show off today, so let's go ahead and get this guy mounted back on. Just tilted back a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and put the King Tut away very carefully, just like if we were an archaeologist ourselves. All right. Okay, next up, we have the newest edition of the Narwhal Nautilus, this Nahvalur Nautilus. So the Nahvalur Nautilus is a full ebonite cigar-shaped design. This is the newest colorway in a beautiful tan and blue finish. If you guys are unfamiliar, ebonite is a type of hardened rubber, a vulcanized rubber that is used in pens quite frequently for its ability to have a high temperature tolerance, as well as being incredibly lightweight while still having a lot of strength. It also warms up in the hand very nicely. And because of its rubber nature, what they actually do is they take different colors of that ebonite before it hardens, before it's cured, and they're able to stretch it together and mix it into these really unique shapes that kind of give you a wood grain type pattern. But again, that's all rubber based material, a vulcanized rubber. So you get all of this really beautiful swirling and striping that has a very natural look to it. This one, of course, is fully anodized in a beautiful dark blue, which is really gorgeous to see from Narwhal. And then has those gorgeous porthole ink windows, which gives it that oceanic feel. Bryce, this one is not $5,000. That would be this guy right here. Just showed this one off. If you missed it, you can definitely take a look on our YouTube page. We re-upload all of our live videos. You know, I didn't actually get a price on this. It's totally brand spanking new, so I'll have to get that price for you. I do believe they go for about $150, but let me just confirm for you, Tron. Can you look this pen up for me, the new Narwhal Nautilus? I was just handed this one. It wasn't supposed to be in today. So sorry if I don't have all of my knowledge straight, but I could tell you all about the pen at least. So underneath we have an anodized stainless steel number 6 nib. These anodized nibs are something that are really new to the market. There we go. Brendan has come in. It is $180. So anodizing is a type of electromagnetic process that they use where they basically take these metal nibs, put them in a specialized bath where they electrify the nib itself or the metal piece, and then all of the plating material kind of attaches to the metal to create a plating over the steel. All good, Brendan? Really beautiful piece. I love how they used matching appointments throughout the entire pen with that anodized nib. I mean, look at that. It's a flawless color match, which is actually quite difficult to do. If you guys are not familiar with the anodizing process, usually any anodized piece will have a slight color difference because you have to be so precise in the way that you anodize it and your timing. So for Narwhal, Nahvalur to have perfectly matching appointments all throughout the pen is really impressive. Of course, this is a piston filler. If we look closely at that little ink window, you can see the piston head right there, just barely. That gives you a great capacity and a really reliable filling mechanism. So these new Narwhal Nautiluses are available right now on atlasstationers.com for $180. It's a great price point if you're looking for a pen with more unique materials and those anodized nibs. Seriously, these anodized nibs you really can't find on pens lower than $200-250. So for this entire pen to be offered at $180 is really a great price point. Limited edition. That numbering doesn't quite make sense. It says 500 out of 121. But I'm guessing that means 5 out of 121. Really gorgeous piece. Yep, the Voyage and the Nautilus are quite similar. The only difference really is that the Nautilus, because it uses ebonite, they're able to drill in these ink windows. No, this is not $10,000. It was the pen that we just showed off. This is for $5,000 on sale at atlasstationers.com for $3,836. The Visconti Tutankhamun. Yeah, you're right. Probably 121 out of 500, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that, Hawk. Thank you. Okay. So these were all the new pens on Tuesdays with Alvin. Let's go ahead and show them off once more in order. We have the Visconti, let's restart. We have the Pineider Twin Tank Touchdown, which is the new design for the Avatar, a totally original vacuum filling design, which is great to see. I love this mechanism. I could seriously play around with this thing all day. 4 new colors for the Pineider Avatar demo with black appointments. Of course, have the Visconti Tutankhamun and the Narwhal Nautilus. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment of Tuesdays with Alvin. We're going to be showing off some inks today. Not quite anything that I think we haven't showed off before, but let's go ahead and get through them again. All right, so first up, we have the very special Ferris Wheel Press Atlas Stationers collaboration. This is an Atlas Stationers exclusive ink that was designed in conjunction with Ferris Wheel Press. They've done an absolutely fantastic job at creating a totally custom ink and packaging for us here at Atlas. So we're very, very grateful. What we have is an ink that is inspired by the storefront, which features these incredibly large cast iron columns. It's one of the last standing cast iron buildings in Chicago. It was built before the Great Chicago Fire and is one of the few buildings that actually stood the test of time. So to commemorate the history of Atlas Stationers and the history that we carry with us in our storefront, we have this beautiful dark gray ink with brown shimmer and silver flake. It really gives you an amazing sense of that cast iron aesthetic that the front of our store features. So this ink is available for pre-order right now, and they're going to ship on Friday, November 18th. So this ink doesn't officially release until Friday, but we are accepting pre-orders right now on our website. So if you guys are interested in picking up one of these bottles, you can definitely submit a pre-order right now. Helps us out a lot, helps make sure that you actually get one of these inks. Once they're sold out, we are not going to make any more of this. So when they're gone, they're gone. So I would definitely not wait too long to pick one up. Sorry about the fire. It's all good, man. It's in the past. You should come pick up your cow, though. We found it on the back of the packaging. So some of the smaller details on our packaging here, you can see that is O'Leary's cow knocking over the oil burner. There's some other really cute designs here. Don't exactly know what that is, though. I don't know exactly how many bottles are produced. I believe there's at least 1,000. I think it's a lot more than that, though. St. Pat, that's hilarious. She's right here. Come get her. Right now on atlasstationers.com for $25. Sweet. And then another ink that I want to make note of is another Atlas Stationers exclusive. This is the William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night ink done by Wearingeul from South Korea. We did a limited edition run previously of 100 bottles. It sold out insanely quick, and we're seeing hundreds of you guys asking for us to bring this ink back in. So we're actually doing another re-release of this ink. So if you guys missed out on the first chance to get this ink, it's not too late. We're going to have another run coming very soon. And here is the swatch for 12th Night, an absolutely gorgeous dusty pastel pink with iridescent blue flake. A really striking color combo that is really beautiful. And even though it's a pink ink, it's still really, really legible. It doesn't get so light that it's hard to read on white paper. So we're going to have another run of this ink coming very soon. So if you guys are interested, sign up for the restock notifications on this product on atlasstationers.com. What that does when you sign up for a restock notification is as soon as this product is entered back into the system and it's live, it'll shoot you guys an email letting you know to pick one up right away so that you don't miss out on your chance to get an incredibly rare ink. Absolutely phenomenal. Great job to Wearingeul, and we are very gracious here at Atlas Stationers to be able to do such a fantastic store exclusive. Awesome. All right, 2 more things to show off. We have 2 brand new Dominant Industry inks. So I'm gonna go ahead and show them off right here. Let me actually switch this light. It looks a little bit more accurate, because this is not looking accurate on my screen. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that looks better. Hi, Crystal. We love 12th Night as well. If you haven't picked up a bottle yet, you should definitely pick one up. So, 2 new Dominant Industry inks for the holiday season. There are both fall and winter inspired inks. What we have here is Dominant Industry November Leaves, which is a standard ink with a really, really gorgeous top colorway. I don't know why, but on my screen, this is showing up quite yellow. It's not quite as yellow in person. Let me see if maybe I hold up this right next to it. Yeah, I guess maybe it just shows up a little bit more warm tone. Honey, we haven't restocked the 12th Night quite yet. What I would recommend that you do on our website is sign up for the restock notifications. So when it's back in stock, you can order it right away, but they're not in yet. So stay tuned for that. These 2 Dominant inks are live right now, though. So here is the other ink, October Leaves, which is a beautiful yellow gold with a little bit of that orange tone and rose gold colored flake. So you can see the flake right there. It's this beautiful pink color that blends in really, really nicely with that orange. The orange really reminds me of maple leaves that you see in the fall time. So October Leaves is quite a fitting name. I'm such a sucker for these themed inks, these seasonal inks that are themed. And I'm definitely a sucker for a mustard yellow. So this is really right up my alley. And that pink is just gorgeous. It's subtle, but it really adds another layer of detail. Oh yeah, Squatch Trek. I'm a sucker for rose gold. So these 2 are available right now on atlasstationers.com as well. They're 2 different price points because one is shimmering, but they're just around 20 some odd dollars. So 2 new inks from Dominant Industry. And then the last ink to show off is the unreleased, or this is the released, but not, it's not December yet, the Diamine Inkvent Calendar. It's really hard to get this thing in frame. Without really stretching my arms out here. But this is the green edition of the Diamine Inkvent Calendar. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Inkvent Calendar, it's a really fun advent calendar that is entirely focused around fountain pen inks. So let me go ahead and take my camera off the mount real quick. So what you have is 25 all new inks for the holiday season, starting with number 1. What you get is 24 12 milliliter bottles of all of these new inks. So 1 through 24, wherever 24 is right there, are 12 milliliter bottles that are basically little samplers for people to try out all of the new colors. And then the 25th ink that you open on Christmas Day is a full 30 milliliter bottle of ink. So they're all new colors. Every single one is something that has never been done before. So you're guaranteed to be getting totally unique inks. That is a perfect thing to do with your friends and family that are also into the fountain pens, or even just for yourself. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in this, we are going to be doing showing off the inks every single day in December until Christmas. And you can get one for yourself right now on atlasstationers.com for about $112. Oh, St. Pat, I definitely understand your worries. If you like the idea of shimmering inks, but not the idea of cleaning them out, I would definitely recommend picking up an ultrasonic cleaner. You can get one online for like $30 or $40, and they really help clean out pens without any work from you. Ultrasonic cleaners are a great way to go if you're liking to use shimmering inks. Okay, somebody was asking about the Esterbrook Gold Rush. Are you still in the chat? If you're still in the chat, let me know, and I'll show this off. But if you're not here, I will go ahead and leave it. Crystal, you must be a true Ink fan. You've got all of our new exclusives, and you have the Inkvent Calendar. 115. Okay. Correction from my cohort, Leishla. The Diamond Inkvent Calendar is $115, not $112. That's my bad. The dyslexia doesn't really come in so hot with the numbers sometimes. Okay, it doesn't look like that person is still in the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and hold off for the Esterbrook. Let's see if I missed any comments. No? All right. Sweet. All right, y'all. That was Tuesdays with Alvin. So if you guys don't have any other last-minute questions for me, any questions about anything I showed off today or just fountain pens in general, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. But otherwise, I'll be tuning out in just a moment here. That's right, honey. Use TikTok. Use the discount code TikTok, TIKTOK. You guys all know how to spell it. At checkout for 10% off your order. If you're buying something like the Inkvent Calendar or a new fountain pen, it actually saves you quite a bit of money. Definitely sign up for our reward points as well. That way you can keep accruing discount codes as you purchase with us. Yeah, Squatch Trek, no problem. St. Pat, thank you so much. Crystal, thank you. It means a lot for you guys to show up and show your support to the chat. All right. Looks like that's going to be it for today. It's great talking to you, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Peace.